Parasites versus producers. Sorry, parasites are going to lose every time. But here we go. Federal budget, CBC article, relies heavily on CRA recouping, the Canadian Revenue Agency, the hired thugs for the fascists, the central planners in this country. Federal budgets relies heavily on CRA recouping tax haven revenues. Budget books billions in new tax revenues in areas where Canadian Revenue Agency has poor track record. So basically what they're saying is, even though they're fucking, think of the deficits, just in the first year of the fucking Liberal government's deficits, $30 billion. $30 billion. Canadians better start to recognize what these fucking numbers mean. Billions. 1 billion is 1,000 million. But they think they're going to be able to fuck with the rich people, the connected people, the corporatists. I mean, that's the thing. And I suppose in Ontario or Canada, because I've always been so disappointed about the reason why Canada is what it is because we were fucking loyalists, remain loyal to the fucking, we want to remain subjects to the Queen. Yeah, no wonder the fucking human psyche and the confidence in most Canadians is severely lacking, because they're basically trying to always suggest that the losers can somehow beat winners. It doesn't fucking work. Parasites are not going to beat the producers. Just like the Leafs. You can throw as much money at the Toronto Maple Leafs as you want. I mean, already, we're over $1 billion fucking dollars they spent on these cocksucking losers? And who are they beating? Might be beating their fucking dicks off in the showers, but that's about the only thing they're beating. So yeah, you can throw as much money and resources and propaganda at losers as you wish, but it's not going to turn them into winners. And fucking hired fucking piece of shit losers that work for the government are never going to be able to beat or be smarter than the people that don't rely on all this bullshit. The people that have to be productive members in society or have the intellectual capacity and knowledge and how to properly generate high amounts of revenue. Cronies and parasitical pieces of shit in government, yeah, you're going to lose every time. So even in this article, I think they at least are starting to try to point out very subtly, mind you, that, yeah, stop fucking living in your little la-la dreamland that you losers think somehow you're going to be able to beat the winners, all right? Winners are winners, and you can talk, I mean, you could try to call yourself a winner. You could even put a 20-foot high neon sign behind your head saying, I'm a winner. But it's never going to translate. It's never going to correlate directly with you actually being a winner. You have to put in the work, the productive capacity. You have to have the intellect and the knowledge, the resources, and residual underlying entrepreneurial aspects of your intellect. If you're going to be productive and a winner in that situation, that takes a lot. And people that work for the government, especially fucking the CRA, I mean, Jesus Christ, they're leeches. Leeches are not, I mean, a wolf, a dog, or any, they'll eat leeches all day long for supper or dinner or breakfast and spit them out. When they've generated or accumulated enough nourishment, then they'll just spit you out. So I don't know how you fucking idiots think that you can somehow promote losers being winners and you think they're going to make them into winners. No, there's only one. It's a simple formulation. It's a simple equation to become a winner, but one that it means you have to completely negate and destroy any central planning narrative, because a winner doesn't work in that environment. True winners rely on their intellect, their capacity, their resolve, their innovativeness. People in the government, they're just parasites collecting a paycheck. So yeah, you're not going to beat the innovators, the intelligent people in society. So if they're looking to, claw back all these billions of dollars from, the cronies or the corporatists or people in big business, if you think these idiots in government are going to be able to manage to look in history, when has it ever happened? When has it ever happened? It's never happened. Communism, socialism, fascism, democracy, all these fucking, no matter which way you look at it, the parasites, I mean, they might be able to steal a portion of your wealth, but only if the person producing the wealth is still willing to go along to get along. The person that produces the wealth is the ultimate decision maker, because they can choose tomorrow not to produce any wealth. Then how can a parasite steal? You can't. So parasites are always going to rely on the producers. To think that parasites can dominate producers, yeah, I mean, you'd be much better off to read fictional children novels, right? Go back to reading Dr. Seuss. Actually, Dr. Seuss was much smarter, had a much better understanding and grasp on reality than people that work for government, than people that are in the federal budget office or in the Canadian Revenue Agency. Yeah. They don't even seem to understand and grasp the concept of what position they truly represent. They believe in their central authority that thinks that they can give them some magical power, some magical capacity. Jesus Christ, people. The power of indoctrination, right? Glad that I'm not stuck in that paradigm. It's Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.